Hey, welcome back. Hope everyone's having a lovely day, a lovely night wherever you're from. And real quick, before we get started, as always, I want to give a lovely shout out to the channel members on this channel. So thank you so much to these lovely commanders here that you see on screen. Thank you guys so much for your guys' constant generosity you support to me as always. It really means a lot to me, so thank you guys so much. If you guys are actually interested in becoming a lovely commander yourself, if you are interested in any of these cute and lovely emotes, the loyalty crown badges, you want a special role in the Discord, make sure to join the Discord. But as always, if you choose to do so, thank you so much. Just remember, that's not the only way that you can support me. Just watching the content like you are right now is truly the best way. Liking, subscribing, and commenting, everything really does help. So thank you guys so much. And for today's video, I was kind of distracted. I was about to go make dinner, and then I realized they uploaded the kit early tonight, which is great. I can actually sleep in. Some awesome stuff to see. I am really excited because, obviously, Elegg is my favorite character in the game. Really hoping they do my girl justice. So enough yapping, let's get started, and let's put it on screen right here. And as always, we are at the Goddess Victory Nikke Twitter for the Nikke motion demonstration for our lovely girl Elegg Boom and Shock using the MG-BFG. Now, just like before with Doro's kit, I'm going to be talking about the motion demonstration, doing some simping and all that, and also talking about the kit. So go where you want to, but let's get started, because I want to look at this motion demonstration. I need to see if they did my girl justice, because the fact that she installed Boom on her titties is crazy. She looks so good. And that JPS, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Look at that JPS with the vacuum, dude. Holy shit. Look at that JPS. Look at how fast that is. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Give me that. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm looking for. Look at those jiggles. Dude, the fattest assets, dude. Hell yeah. Is that a tattoo on her? I just realized that she had a tattoo on her thigh. Even better. Even a bigger plus. All right, let me see this MLB. Let me see this MLB right here. Hold on. All right, boom. I love the effects. Right there. The feet, the belly, the booba. Are you kidding me right now? Look at her smug expression. Look at that smile. She knows what's going on, dude. It looks so good. If this, by the way, if this is the wallpaper, I'm going to crash out. It's going to be a Mihara level crash out again, if that's the wallpaper. Because that shouldn't be it. Dude, you get feet, belly, you get booba. Look at her eyes, her fucking crazy ass eyes. I love this, dude. Looks so good. Like, the one thing that I could ask for is like some armpit, but hey, I'm just saying, this looks so good. You get thighs, feet, everything. It looks so fucking good, bro. Like, they did it justice this time. I'm really glad that both of them have JPS. This isn't another situation like some of Rosanna where they like messed it up. Looks really, really good. JPS on both sides, the booba and the assets look 10 out of 10. Really happy about that. But now let's get started and talk about the kit, because this kit, by the way, sorry, it does look crusty. Once again, I am sorry. They uploaded like a smaller PNG, so I did zoom it in, but it is a little crusty, so I apologize. That being said, they still didn't fix that mistake, by the way. The CDDE for the code water, they didn't fix that yet. We love it. We love our quality assurance, baby. No matter what, they're not going to fix it. We already knew that she's an attacker at burst skill 3 with an MG, 300 capacity ammo, reload time. Everything looks to be standard there. But let's talk about this, because this is one of those type of kits that's really weird and kind of quirky, and I really like that. I like the weird fun kits. So let's get started with skill 1, Hello Ghost. Activates when entering battle and affects one random enemy. Possession lasts for 6 seconds. The ability, find and capture ghosts possessing the enemy. Required hit count 100 times in total, cumulative across all allies. So they're pointing out the fact that it's not just based on Elegg, maybe getting some more max ammo to try to get that, but you also can use some MGs to get that ammo going. So like Siren, you could get like Crown, thinking maybe like Made Mast and stuff too. This can work, and they're also water, so that kind of tracks. And then we're at effect. Captures one ghost when the required hit count reaches 100%. So when you hit 100 bullets across all allies, you capture one ghost. A maximum of 13 ghosts can be captured, and this happens every 6 seconds because it's a recurring interval. So if this happens every 6 seconds, does this like reset the ghost count? Affects all water code allies. Effects differ based on the number of ghosts. Previous effects trigger repeatedly, okay. Only activates when there is at least one ghost. So if you only have one ghost, attack goes up 16.2% of the caster's attack continuously for all allies that are water coded, and then only activates when there are more than 4 ghosts. Damage as strong element goes up 35% continuously. So this is definitely for water content. This is definitely strong. It's for all allies as well. You can get more than 4 ghosts. You get that attack up and that strong element. That's pretty damn good. And I just realized this is all for skill 1. This is crazy. This is all for skill 1. Rumani's kit could never. I'm just saying. Rumani's kit could never. Alright, now we're with skill 2, Ghostbuster. I love that. Nice reference. Activates when using burst skill and affects self. Attack goes up 40% for 10 seconds. And then what happens after this activates when a ghost is captured while at maximum ghost capacity. Affects all enemies. Deals 1100 of the final attack as damage. And then I think it was 13 ghosts as the maximum. So when you get 13 ghosts, you deal 1100% of the final attack as damage when using the burst skill. So that's crazy and affects all enemies. That's really huge, but I have a slight question mark. We'll come back to that in a second. And then the burst skill, 13 ghosts. Nice reference to that movie as well. Good movie. Affects random enemy units if the number of the ghosts is not 13. You deal 800% of the final attack as damage and attack sequentially for 6 times. The number of ghosts go down by 6, but you maintain at least 1 ghost. However, what happens and affects random enemy units if the number of ghosts is 13 is that you deal 800% of the final attack as damage and attack sequentially for 13 times. And then the number of ghosts go down by 9, so not fully. So that's really, really cool. So this actually kind of tracks for everything. This all makes sense to me. You gotta, like, every time you use 100 bullets as like a team, you get 1 ghost. You gotta get 13 ghosts. If not, you get a certain amount of like perks and stuff. And if not, then you gotta just try to save it. But here's the thing. What I'm questioning is that how fast are we gonna be able to get these ghosts? Because I feel like this might be a situation where you might want to burst with her second or even have her off burst. Either way, I'm going to be using her as like my first burst. I don't care. This is just like all simping, right? But like in terms of like actually using her like meta wise, I don't know if we're going to be able to like get the full 13 ghosts in time to trigger on burst, or if you're going to need to be like second burst or even off burst, kind of like made in to try to save it. We will have to see, but this time it's based on like a hit count, right? So you can shoot really, really fast. So that incentive right there is why I'm thinking you're going to want to get like Siren, like maybe Crown, just to keep going. So that's interesting. I think that's my biggest question mark, is to see how we're going to use her as a burst. But what she can deal and what she gets looks absolutely insane. I might be reading it wrong, but this looks really promising. But my question is that burst, because I don't know how fast we are going to be able to get those ghosts activate in time, because obviously you're going to really want to try to get all of the ghosts, but at the same time there are effects if you don't have it, so it's not like you're screwed. So I'm interested to see the difference between having those ghosts at 13 or not, especially on the burst. So there are some fun things that I want to see with testing with this, so I'm really hoping they do it justice when we actually get to testing, because I want her to be really, really good. Because I'm gonna be honest, she is probably going to be my #1 favorite, like, released banner unit in the game. Might be biased because Elegg is already my favorite character, but they did her summer version justice. If they do the MLB justice, then I'm all in. I'm just saying, I'm all in. I promise you will see me crash out if it's not her as the MLB and it's like the boom background. I will crash out. But do let me know what your guys' thoughts are on everything. I am really excited. She looks really good. Definitely excited to use her. I can't wait for her to come out. It sucks that Doro comes out first because I'm worried because of that 1%, but we will see. But let me know what your guys' thoughts are. That is going to be it from me. I hope you guys have a lovely day, a lovely night wherever you're from. And as always, thank you so much for the constant support. Take care and have a good one.